Okay. Um, there's been a lot going on in the news lately, and I wanted to talk about some things. There was a 82-year-old man today that got pulled over at gunpoint. All right. Well, the problem is our prison system, our justice system. I should call it a justice system, but I call it a prison system. So anyway, you got a lady today too that got convicted for walking into some guy's apartment and shooting him. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all of the reports that I've heard about these police shootings, that they've been going on now for about 8 years, about 8 years now. Okay, and this one in particular kind of bothered me a little bit. I could see it happening, even if the guy was white. I could see that policeman doing that. It can happen. It can happen. Straight up. Because I live in a compound. And when you live in these compounds, see, you got to realize now, this lady, she could have been drunk. Okay? She could have been drunk, but didn't want to tell anybody she was drunk. You can walk into somebody's apartment like that, because a lot of these, like when you have, the way I live, you can't get up to somebody's apartment without a key fob and all this stuff and everything like that. So a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people here, they leave their doors open. I noticed, because they just walk on in there because it's already locked downstairs. Okay, now you got a lady coming home drunk. Okay, she walks into a dark apartment. You don't know if that guy was standing right near the door or anything. It could have been an explosive situation. As soon as he heard the doorknob turning. You see what I mean? Because me, personally, if somebody comes to my door, okay, at night, right, and I hear that door turning, I'm going to be right at the door with my tennis racket. You see what I mean? And that could explode into, that could be a explosion. Okay? So all I wanted to say, we got to use common sense. Got to use common sense. You can't let a cop off for doing an obvious murder. And then now this lady here, I could see how it could happen. I could see how that could happen. And a lot of people, they can't, because they don't live in these compounds. So anyway, back to what I was saying. We want to fix the system, okay? Now, what's wrong with the justice system? Prison time. The crimes that people commit are either overboard or underboard. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Or sometimes just nothing. You see what I mean? So what I'm saying is, okay, so number one, to become a lawyer, okay, equals jail time. You see what I mean? Yeah, you can't put somebody in jail if you've never done any jail time. Right? I'm a tennis coach. I'm a professional tennis coach. Meaning that I've played professional tennis. And I'm also certified. Okay. So now I've played at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Okay, where you see Serena and all that. I've been on those courts. Okay. Now, how many hours does it take to do that? Probably about, I would say about 35 to 45 hours a week. Now I say 30 to 40 hours a week. Now I can't go out and tell parents that's what it takes for your child to get to the US Open. I can't do that because they don't have any perspective on that, and it would shock them. You see what I mean? So when you tell somebody they got to do 35 to 40 years, what happens? They go into shock. You see what I mean? You put somebody into solitary confinement. What happens? They go into shock. That's not rehabilitating that person at all. That's not helping them at all. So I'm not going to tell a parent that their kid needs to practice 35 to 40 hours a week when I first meet them, because what would happen? They would what? Go in the shop. So now you put somebody in jail, you got them in a small box for 23 hours a day. There are no windows, no nothing. You got people yelling, feces being thrown all over the place. The cops are all acting crazy because now you've lost your rights. Now you stuck up in a little box for 23 hours. And I've never had to do that. Well, I have, because I'm kind of bad. If they put me in jail, they'll throw me in a hole. But I know I'm getting out. Now you're gonna put somebody in a little box with all this shit going on for years? $20 years? 30 years? So that's why I was saying, look, let's let these lawyers do 3 months. 3 months should equal it could be part of your last class, you know what I mean? Like, but part of your last, whatever you gotta do, 3 months. Then you're not gonna be so eager to give somebody what? Even like a year. Is a lot. Too much for a lot of people. And it can damage them when they come out. You see what I mean? There's no rehabilitation, so when they get out, what are they gonna do? Go what? Back in. And now they got a judge who has no mercy. So it goes back to what? Prison time equal. It has to. If you want to if you want to change the justice system, the prison time has to equal some type of compassion. That prison sentence has to equal up to what that person actually did, because otherwise when they come out, they're gonna really what? Be pissed off because you did what? You put them in what? Feel me? That's how you fix the justice system, with compassion.